Hey, this is Derek Green from Sepultura. You're listening to The Underground.
This is Christian from El Nino.
This is Dino Cazares from the Fear Factory.
Hey, this is Jerry Only. This is Jesse Leach from Kill Switch Engage.
Hey, this is Richard Patrick from Filter.
This is Sonny from the band P.O.D.
This is Sully Erna from Godsmack.
Welcome to The Underground, Australia's home of rap, metal, and alternative music.
Get ready for a big time tour. It is Architects, Thornhill, and Counterparts heading our way tomorrow. They kick things off in Adelaide. And to tell us more about it, I have Brandon Murphy from Counterparts on the line. Brandon, how are you, man?
I'm good. I'm chilling. You know, we're all nice and jet lagged and, relaxing before tour starts. So
awesome, man. So when did you roll into Australia?
So a couple of us, we went like a little bit early and stayed in Melbourne at a friend's house. I think like a week, 4 days ago, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, they've all kind of blended together. I feel crazy right now. My sleep schedule is so insane. I get pretty bad jet lag and stuff. So I'm just stoked there's not snow on the ground, it's all worth it for sure.
Yeah, it'd be snowing flat out in Canada at the moment, I guess. It's that time of year, isn't it? We're back to front.
Yeah. When we left, it was like -10 and snowing and stuff like that. It's everything about Australia is better than Canada. It's like, it's Canada 2.0. So I'm just stoked. Honestly, like for this tour, like even before we got the offer to be on it, I was like looking for any excuse to come to Australia and like miss out on Canadian winter. So, and it worked out. Maybe I'm psychic, who knows? But
man, everything's lining up. Well, I was going to ask you that, man. What are your sort of takes on Australia? What's your favorite thing to do when you get out here?
Honestly, I mean, I'm pretty, it kind of goes without saying, like, I'm pretty sure anyone that likes the band, like, they're aware, like, I'm very much like an indoor kid. Like, we went on like a 12-minute walk in Melbourne to get sandwiches and we all got sunburnt. So, like, I'm not exactly like the outdoor type. Like, yeah, I'll go swimming, whatever, but, I'm not like big on it. Honestly, like, being here for a couple days and just like hanging out on like my friend's couch in Melbourne and just like the food and seeing a bunch of friends and stuff, it's like, it was great. Like, that's the best part to me. And also, like I said before, like, no snow. That's the main one for sure. But like, shows rock. Like, it feels like I'm at home, but if I had a way cooler home, if that makes sense.
I love that. So when was the last time you were out here? It was 2018, wasn't it? With the Straight from the Path tour, is that right?
I think the last time we were here was with Northlane. Actually, I can't remember which one was first. I think the last time that we were here was with Northlane and Silent Planet, I believe.
Okay, man, I missed out on one there. But
and if not, and if that wasn't it, then yeah, it was us and Straight from the Path. Can't remember which one happened first, but that was the last time that we were here.
Oh yeah, look out, man. So what? I suppose there would have been all that downtime and whatever during COVID. What are you doing to keep yourself sane during that period of time, Brandon?
Not enough, that's for sure. I think during COVID, like with me and like my friend circle and everybody, it's like, I'm pretty sure all everybody did was just build PCs and like play games and like, start a Discord where we can all do like voice chat. None of us can like leave the house and see our friends and stuff. So that was kind of it. When I think back on like being in lockdown and stuff and like not being able to leave the house, it's like I pretty much played Among Us and like that's when I got my cat and I didn't know what to do. So it's like I spent all morning and afternoon like trying to teach him how to do tricks. And then I spent the entire night playing Among Us until like 6 a.m. You know what I mean? But that was kind of it. I wish I did something cooler, but that was all.
That's really cool right there, man. And on the topic of your cat, I was actually going to bring that up. Is that your cat in the Whispers of Your Death video?
That's him. Yep. That was him. Unfortunately, he passed away shortly after we put that song out. But yeah, that's him. I can't honestly, like every once in a while, like I remember that video and I'm just like, I can't believe like Pure Noise and our managers and everybody was just down to I said it as a joke. I was like, oh, you want me to buy like a $4 Amazon tripod and just like film a video of my cat listening to the song? and then they were like, yes. And I'm just like, all right, if nobody's gonna stop me, you give me rope, I want to be a cowboy. So I'm like, all right, this is it. But yeah.
Oh, I love that right there, man. So you didn't do anything crazy during lockdown. Like I thought that might have been the time where you sort of worked on the album or anything like that. But you're just saying that you just kicked back and built, and hung out with the cat.
Pretty much, yeah. And like honestly, it's like I feel bad. It's like I said, like I part of me wishes that I did something more productive during all that time. But also like we've been a band since we were in high school, and like I pretty much graduated and I went on tour, and I've been doing that since I like 2009. So honestly, like it was kind of nice to get a break. I wish it wasn't as long as a break as it was, but I just kind of relaxed. And I mean, like, you know, fortunately, like it's not the same everywhere. Like we're lucky enough to be in Canada and we got the like emergency relief benefit and stuff. Like I know a lot of people couldn't do that. So it's like, I do feel bad that I kind of just hung out and played video games and hung out with my cat and stuff, but maybe we needed it. Maybe I needed it personally anyway. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Not an entire worldwide pandemic, obviously, but maybe I needed like a little bit of a break to kind of get me excited for touring and stuff again, and you know, make me miss it a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It sucked. It was the worst thing in the world. So I'm just trying to like find a way to put a positive spin on it. But
I like that. You're a cup half full kind of guy. It got me thinking though, man, like, cause it was a crazy time for everyone. And you were talking before about building PCs and that sort of thing. Do you think that would have been something that you would have gotten into if you didn't sort of take the music path?
yes, exactly. Because it's the only other thing that I'm good at. Computer stuff. Like when I was in school and growing up and stuff like that, it's like that was straight up like the only two things I know how to do like are yell and change my RAM. You know what I mean? It's like that was kind of my move where it's like, you know, everybody, all my friends are trying to build PCs and stuff, and it's like they're on FaceTime with me and I'm like, no, like, yeah, put the thermal paste on, like, okay, don't put that there, like, you know, like teaching them how to build their PCs and stuff. But yeah, like honestly, like that's the only other thing I ever showed interest in aside from yelling, which is insane. But
they're two very separate things, aren't they, man? That's crazy, right? They're really
couldn't be further away from each other. But you know, hey, I'm a complex guy, I guess.
Yeah, you definitely are. Maybe you could do a song about fixing computers while yelling at some stage and spin it up a little.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the next Counterparts song will be about an Asus motherboard or something. You know what I mean? But
oh, I love that there though, man. But I tell you what, a eulogy for those still here. Fantastic album. I can't give you guys enough props on that. Like seriously, man, like 2022 album of the year for me personally. And talking about the videos and the cool cat video and that sort of thing. Do you have any more videos off that one coming out, or are you sort of getting ready to move on to the next stage?
I mean, like both like Counterparts and even just like me in general, it's like, you know, between Counterparts and End, like I'm pretty much home for figured it out like yesterday, like the day before. This entire year, the only 2 months that I'm not on tour or doing something band related is like, it was January and I think it's like August or something like that. So it's like, I'm gone, I'm busy like with tours. So I don't know if we haven't really planned for another video, but if we're going to do one this year, it'll probably have to be something that we're not like physically in, like, you know, maybe like a narrative type.
Yeah.
And like a, you know, like a story type video. I mean, to be fair, I would much prefer that anyway. Like filming music videos is the worst part about being in a band, for sure.
Oh, is it? There you go.
It sucks.
Unless you have a cat, then you can just knock it over quite easily.
It's like, oh, I have to put my phone in video mode and press record and just watch my cat for 3 minutes. It's like, okay, that's business as usual for me. You know what I mean? When he was around. But I'm not sure what, we had some like pretty cool ideas and stuff. And we were like talking to like some different video directors and everything. And maybe something will work out as long as I don't have to be in it. You know what I mean? Like, cause we're between both bands, I'm on the road for the rest of the year.
Yeah, look out, man. You got a very, very busy schedule. The shows, of course, coming up tomorrow night. They kick off. Want to get to know you a little bit more. We're talking about your computer building, all that sort of thing.
Talking about everything aside from the music that I make.
Yeah, exactly, man. I haven't even really spoken about the shows, but I was thinking, can I grab a music or a movie recommendation off you? Because this is a little bit get to know Brendan Murphy type deal.
For sure. Like music recommendation, to anyone that like follows me online and stuff, it's like, it's probably no surprise. Last year, my album of the year was the 1975 record. There's a K-pop group Twice that I like. They just put out a new video. Go check that out. Movie wise, I'm trying to think. I kind of only watched Kenny versus Penny. Some Australians know it. A lot of Americans don't, but check out Kenny versus Penny. It's all on YouTube for free. And then season 3 to 10 of The Simpsons.
Oh, there you go.
And you're good. And then honestly, like if you check out everything I just listed, That's all there is to me. There's no secret. If you take all that in, you just get it. It's like, oh yeah. Like I get why Brendan is the way he is. So
I love it. You all sort of cards out on the table thing. So, well, that being the case, we're going to talk a little bit about what you've got coming up, because you've got a karaoke night coming up on Saturday night. So it's not going to be you screaming. I saw on Twitter. What's sort of your go-to karaoke song then?
I mean, it varies. It kind of depends on like how much of like a menace I'm prepared to be at that exact moment. It's like, I can walk in and do like a Goo Goo Dolls Iris type thing and like kind of feel the room out. But then, it's like, I'm like trying to bribe the karaoke DJ to let me do like Eiffel 65 Blue or something like that. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, people are going to walk out, or it's going to be the best karaoke night that's ever happened. Yeah, I think the whole karaoke thing, like it really started when we did Warped Tour. We were so bored that we just started doing it every Friday. We would just like run our own karaoke night thing, and then that was it. And then now we're the karaoke band. Like we have the EP, we called it Private Room because private room karaoke. But yeah, just kind of became like our bit. And for some reason, I mean, I always want to do it, which is surprising because you'd think that like when I get home from a tour or like when we just play a show and I've spent an hour yelling, I want to go and sing more and pay to do it. But it's just fun. I don't know. Yeah, it unlocks our weird gremlin mode, menace mode, whatever you want to call it. We just kind of go off with it. So,
oh man, I love that right there. And to people checking this out, you can check Brendan out and his karaoke this Saturday night at Stay Gold in Melbourne. Free to get in if you got a ticket to the show as well, which is really cool right there, man.
For sure.
Thank you so much for taking time out, Brendan. I really appreciate it. We've got a bunch of shows coming up. It's going to be a huge tour in Adelaide tomorrow night, Melbourne at Festival Hall on Saturday, Sydney on Sunday, and then Brisbane wrapping things up on Tuesday. It's Architects, Thornhill, and of course these guys right here, Counterparts. Thank you so much for taking time out. I really appreciate it, man.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
This has been another presentation from the Grey Wolf Entertainment Network, greywolfentertainment.net.